Greetings, superior beings. Greetings, supreme being. Welcome to Universal Peace Television. So, this broadcast is about people depopulating the earth and directed energy weapon torture. And in the past, I believed all stories online about who is involved in this depopulation and the directed energy weapon torture. And I think that there is truth to that. So the people depopulating Earth are the Jesuits, and they want to create a global government. So they want centralization, the opposite of power to the people. They want power to one person, basically, a global government, aka New World Order, aka Fourth Reich. And these Jesuits have tortured 50 million innocent people, including children, to death in their Inquisition. And they've also subjected me to a lot of directed energy weapon torture, and at the moment they're trying to make my voice fade so I can do this broadcast with harp, attacking my vocal cords, etc. But the point was that only the NSA has this technology to brain control people and torture people with directed energy weapons, and the NSA is controlled by Adolfo Nicholas and not by the bankers, by Mr. Rockefeller, though they may have a lot of money and Mr. Rockefeller may have these Georgia Guidestones. I've covered this in another broadcast about Rockefeller will kill 7 billion people, etc. And it had a lot of viewers. It's my second video qua highest amount of viewers, hence the title of this video. Since people are interested in this subject, I will tell you more about the directed energy weapon torture done by these people and their involvement in the depopulation. But I've now explained it, and of course they want to pretend that these people are Satanists, but in reality they may be crypto-Jews, Jewish people that secretly maintain Jewish practices, that pretend to be Satanists to get rid of all Goyim or non-Jews. At least that's what it seems like with these six prominent Jews that have advocated and are advocating getting rid of 90% of the world's global population, which I've covered in my previous broadcast. So watch that if you haven't watched it yet. It's a good idea to get informed about who is doing it. Otherwise, you cannot do anything about it and expose it. So it is also about who is doing the illegal torture and exposing it before they murder us all, basically. And now I'm going to switch to the speech engine. It's just a couple of minutes for my latest writings about this depopulation, the things they've done to me, and what is happening in the world, how they control everybody with directed energy weapon torture, tyranny, and brain control with synthetic telepathy to depopulate the earth with HARP, the main depopulation tool, not the things covered by these controlled opposition people that make money of it. So first, they can poison the water, and that may also be done by Jewish people, Rockefeller, Rothschilds, and other people depopulating the earth that also advocate that want that New World Order, aka global government, and they may pay lots of money and have infiltrated the government with these Freemasons that have taken that Luciferian oath covered in my previous broadcast, together with the Illuminati blood oath for money and fame. They murder people, and the Jesuit oath also found in the Library of Congress that makes clear they also want to wage war and torture and kill innocent Protestant Christians like my mother. And most Christians in the US are Protestant Christians by far. You see the numbers online also. Anyway, for now I'll turn on the speech engine so then I can't say anything anymore. It's the first time I do this specific text. Let's go.
Directed energy weapon attacks accurate overview. Introduction symptoms countermeasures remedies. Introduction the directed energy weapon.
My mother used to describe the directed energy weapon attacks accurate overview. Introduction, symptoms, countermeasures remedies. Introduction. The directed energy weapon attack started when I was living in Amsterdam, about 10 years ago. My mother used to describe the directed energy weapon attacks on her, the dental torture, palpations of her chest and symptoms resembling those of rheumatoid arthritis and ALS. My mother never thought or said she was attacked with a directed energy weapon and never talked about it except for one time after I let her feel the attacks on the temples of my forehead. I am not even sure she talked about the perpetrators and how mean they are at that time either. There is a video of these attacks which dented in my skull and palpations of the left temple of my forehead somewhere made with an old video camera that worked with tapes. The Jesuits still take the same Jesuit oath, the Jesuit extreme oath of induction as recorded in the journals of the 62nd Congress, 3rd Session, of the United States Congressional Record, in which they have sworn to murder all Protestant Christians like my mother. I have covered this Jesuit oath in my YouTube video entitled Illuminati Blood Oath Murders plus Jesuit Oath to Kill All Protestants plus Luciferian Oath. Only the Jesuits control the NSA and only the NSA has actions to these relatively advanced directed energy weapons such as HAARP and synthetic telepathy equipment, the brain control machine. People cannot prevent modification of their brainwave nor the directed energy weapon attacks without a Tesla plasma shield, a picture of which is also seen in some of my previous broadcasts. When they were doing the dental torture to me, the dental torture ray beam was deflected onto other body parts when I placed a grounded Van der Graaf generator in between the beam and the attacked body part. This way I was able to determine the direction of the beam quite accurately, and I found out the beam came through the Earth, not from satellites, and it is HERP or located near HERP. So it's Nikola Tesla's death ray, Wallace energy. The existence of scalar waves is disputed by some scientists, but the existence of Wallace energy is not, though it is the same thing in reality. It is not known whether the cage of Faraday is also needed to deflect the beam partially or if a grounded Van der Graaf suffices for this purpose. I was living in a cage of Faraday I had made by putting aluminium foil on the walls. At that time I thought the attacks were done with microwaves, which is another idea they give many targeted individuals to mislead them and to prevent them from finding. Only the Jesuits control the NSA and only the NSA has access to these relatively advanced directed energy weapons such as HAARP and synthetic telepathy equipment, the brain control machine. People cannot prevent modification of their brainwave nor the directed energy weapon attacks without a Tesla plasma shield, a picture of which is also seen in some of my previous broadcasts. When they were doing the dental torture to me, the dental torture ray beam was deflected onto other body parts when I placed a grounded Van der Graaf generator in between the beam and the attacked body part. This way I was able to determine the direction of the beam quite accurately, and I found out the beam came through the Earth, not from satellites, and it is HERP or located near HERP. So it's Nikola Tesla's death ray, Wallace energy. The existence of scalar waves is disputed by some scientists, but the existence of Wallace energy is not, though it is the same thing in reality. It is not known whether the cage of Faraday is also needed to deflect the beam partially or if a grounded Van der Graaf suffices for this purpose. I was living in a cage of Faraday I had made by putting aluminium. It is not known whether the cage of Faraday is also needed to deflect the beam partially or if a grounded Van der Graaf suffices for this purpose. I was living in a cage of Faraday I had made by putting aluminium foil on the walls. At that time I thought the attacks were done with microwaves, which is another idea they give many targeted individuals to mislead them and to prevent them from finding countermeasures, a way to protect their bodies. Symptoms. The symptoms do not always make clear the attacks are done with a directed energy weapon. The attacks are not always done with a beam that one can feel on their hand when placed on the attacked body part, because herb can be used to induce diseases in people by cloning disease patterns and by using scalar waves that stimulate the growth of designer viruses spread in cancer. Chemtrails, which started in 1998, Project Cloverleaf. Before 1998 there were no chemtrails, as we can see on pictures and videos made before 1998, so that chemtrails are contrails is a blatant and obvious lie. Herb can be used in two modes to induce pain in victims. 1. Pulsed energy projectile mode, PEP mode, to induce the maximum amount of pain by stimulating the nerves directly. 2. Active denial system mode, ADS mode, to cause a burning sensation on the skin which can affect a large part of any body part, or, when done on a smaller area of the body, feel like an itch or bee sting. General symptoms: pain anywhere in the body, itching and or a burning sensation of the skin done with a beam that you can feel on your hand when placed on the attacked body part. Sometimes you first have to turn around the attacked body part in circles to feel the attack on your hand as well. The genitalia are the favorite body part to attack because people are reluctant to speak about their genitalia. Vomiting and diarrhea at the same time, a severe pain in the stomach when attacked with their puke beam. The perpetrators can control insects with synthetic telepathy. They do not have to be hybrid insects to be remotely controlled. Even nanobots, which can form internal computers in the human mind, can be controlled with these scalar waves by neural networks, quantum computers of the NSA. Other general symptoms: intracranial messages, hearing voices in the head, fainting, dental torture, control of emotions, extreme artificial fear in unnatural amounts, control of blood pressure and other bodily functions. The body is electromagnetic. My present symptoms: cramped in legs, sometimes in other body parts, muscle weakness, extreme pain in my spine, feeling extremely tired, lethargic, tearing of eyes, attacks on my brainstem making me feel disoriented and dizzy, third eye attacks, a feeling as if blood or energy is sucked from my third eye area. See the YouTube video, Alien Spiders, Black Goo, Chemtrails, Morgellons. Excellent, must see. About the third eye attacks: hurting my spine, artificial fear aka panic attacks especially during broadcasts, spasm attack which dent in my skull when I lie down on my left or right side instead of on my back with a beam I can feel with my hand, putting my body in a vegetative state, causing rapid aging with earth, inducing cancer in my legs, genitals and other body parts, inducing extreme muscle weakness and tiredness. The perpetrators like to wake up victims with pain, which may be part of their suicide programming. They are about depopulating the earth, not about protecting and serving the taxpayers like they pretend. The dental torture was probably part of no-talk programming. It is clear the perpetrators, always NSA, are torturing me and my father to death with remotely controlled centipedes. Lithobius forficatus controlled with synthetic telepathy is described in the patent, but I've already covered this in my previous broadcasts. Countermeasures remedies: produce scalar waves, colloidal silver, Lugol's iodine solution, not together with silver. Wait 1 week. Yoga head roll exercise, breathing deep, exposing the directed energy weapon torture on YouTube. An overview of what type of attack took place when. Creating a Tesla plasma shield is the only way to protect the human body against brainwave modification and to shield the body from the directed energy weapon attacks. Anything else is not a countermeasure but merely fighting the symptoms. It should also be easy to create a device to make the illegal voice-to-skull messages of their voice of God weapon audible, and I implore everyone to do so. The patents that describe how the voice-to-skull messages are generated: see Audio Spotlight and Silent Sound patents, the Malek patent apparatus for remotely monitoring and altering brain waves, and the HER patent, invented by Dr. Bernhard Eastland, are online, so it should be quite easy for people to make a device to make these voice-to-skull messages audible. People may not be misdiagnosed as paranoid or psychotic without testing if the voices they hear are injected into their skulls by the NSA, but this is happening on a global scale every day. Only by uniting against these people and pressing charges together against people that advocate populating the earth can we stop this directed energy weapon torture tyranny. People can contact me via Skype. My Skype name is Perlogic123. Or email me, ulrichkaufmann@gmail.com, Hoffman with double F and double N, Ulrich BC Hoffman, which is also the name of this YouTube channel. Remember to visit my channel for more interesting videos with stuff they really do not want you to know to murder you all and depopulate the earth. Killing one person is illegal already, let alone depopulating the earth. The taxpayers have paid tax money to be protected and served. It's time we the people find ways to make them actually do that. Universal peace now. Peace and love, Ulrich. On. You're marked. Get said. Coke. Souffle de Paul Clay. I fucked myself up. I am clinically insane. You too. We all are. Just do it. Do it. Do it. We must depopulate the earth. We are overcrowded. I can feel it. I can sense it. I am a true sensei ninja person. But seriously. We are all dead, so if no cure against aging is found, some of us may be growing younger. Everything is energy. Welcome to Ivona text-to-speech slut wizard. To continue, press into her. They do not brain control us, so we cannot trust anything we think. I thought we had a right to physical integrity, but, of course, you do not. Of course anyone can modify their cancer-causing microwave oven to beam their neighbor. It may even be legal since pressing charges of directed energy weapon attacks is impossible. I am surprised there are no videos of making your own microwave weapon by modifying a microwave oven on YouTube. There are videos about making your own EMP generator on YouTube, however. Not because I'm a VIP. Because I have a EMP. For videos of scalar orbs making the illegal crop circles and flying next to the Concorde, universalpeace.jimdo.com, watch my channel on YouTube for my latest videos, youtube.com/user/ Ulrich BC Hoffman with double F and double N, Ulrich BC Hoffman. Everything changes constantly. Nothing lasts forever. Energy lasts forever. Whatever. There must be a way. Spielberg. I'm still there. Jesus Christ. That's long. Facial compilation. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y Z. It's clearly psychological warfare of the military-industrial complex. The Tate murders, Marilyn Manson, etc., all set up to make people think hippies are bad. So a Jew instituted the 440 Hz hysteria-inducing standard tuning frequency, and now another Jewish person is making money of 528 Hz equals 444 Hz standard tuned music. 528 Hz equals C5, 444 Hz, or plus 16 cents. Free will is an illusion because the brainwave is electromagnetic. People cannot think their own thoughts when their brainwave is modified. The free will fantasy is propagated by them to keep on their brain control machine, synthetic telepathy machine, CMELEC patent apparatus for remotely monitoring and altering brain waves. This is why they want to depopulate the earth to 500 million, a quote more controllable number, unquote. How to tune your guitar so you can't play along anymore. Paul McCartney plays in 528-528records.com. Panama Papers. Smoking. Weekend Surrey CT scan. Pukulayuk. First used the term psychoanalysis 1896. I need a side chica that needs a side guy. They'll never find out about all the things I talk about. Many of my writings reflect my loneliness, my tortured state, and the feeling of neglect. I is in pain, Monstano Ledge. They are depopulating the earth. I mean, what do you mean? Immunize yourself against mind reading by lying to yourself. The lie is the vaccine. I'll do this, I'll do that, blah blah. This way it becomes unclear to the neural network if you are lying or not. Global government equals pedo NWO. How do you know iodine works on centipedes? Do you know there is a centipede species that produces iodine? Are you sure it's not tapeworm or some other parasite the iodine is effective on? Jesuit peace. Do your duty. Shake your boobies and your booty. Stay free, y'all. Depopulation reduction. Alex Jones calls it Nazi eugenics to hide it's done by Jewish people and to hide it's genocide. Brain control, torture, and miseducation. universalpeace.jimdo.com, youtube.com/user/ Ulrich Kaufmann, SKYP, Prologic 999, email, ulrichkaufmann@gmail.com. Saigon Zion. Was there someone you know that had them inside? I would like to know how you know iodine is effective in killing centipedes also, because there are other people that have written me they think they have centipedes inside their body. Taking iodine is good anyway whether you have them or not. Also, I asked because there is a millipede type that produces iodine in its venom, so I am worried that it could make the problem worse. I have been taking local solution now, about 12 drops daily, but to no avail yet. Any idea about dosages? My father's and my life may depend on iodine's effectiveness, and the doctors cannot even diagnose pseudoparasitism of myriapods, centipedes in humans, correctly. Even after showing them a centipede I caught in the UMC hospital and markings in my poop in the shape of the centipede, they misdiagnosed me with delusional parasitosis. I have to pretend there are no centipedes in my body, otherwise they start forcibly drugging me with chemical-less cancer-causing drugs for a mental illness I do not have. If a patient shows a centipede or other insect the patient caught, it is clear it cannot be a delusion nor hallucination because the centipede is real. Several people's lives may depend on this, and I'll be forever grateful if iodine works, but I'd like to know everything you know about removing centipedes from the human body with iodine. A lot of the stories in the Old Testament are in fact plagiarized material, particularly from the rich mythical heritage of the Sumerians, the inventors of writing. The story of Noah and the flood story, the creation of man out of clay, Cain and Abel, the gardens of Eden, the tree of knowledge, creation of Eve from Adam's rib, and numerous other myths, like the throwing of Moses in the river after he was born, are all but stories found recorded on Sumerian clay tablets dating 5,000 years back in time, replacing Ziusudra with Noah, Enki with Adam, Sargon of Akkad with Moses, Aden with Yahweh, and most importantly Pharaoh with the king of Egypt. The Hebrew scribes gave the world one of its most inconsistent and dangerous books ever. In a cunning way, the Hebrew scribes, as they wrote down the scripture of their Bible, had plagiarized the ancient Near Eastern wisdom and claimed it theirs, copying the ancient and profound Egyptian Mesopotamian mythology by a bunch of mysterious Hebrew scribes was, from my perspective, the beginning of the deterioration of human religious thinking. https ashraf62.wordpress.com /2012 /08 /19 Hebrew-Bible-plagiarized-mythology-and-deface-monotheism / They break lights and people electronic devices with HERP, and HERP is used to torture and brain control people, not satellites nor cancer microwave radiation. Because of their inquisition and their stupid lie that they believe there are many people that kill all believers indiscriminately, they remember what the believers have done to their ancestors, and now they are hitting back. For videos of scalar orbs making the illegal crop circles and flying next to the Concorde, universalpeace.jimdo.com, watch my channel on YouTube for my latest videos, youtube.com/user/ Ulrich B.C. Hoffman with double F and double N, Ulrich B.C. Hoffman. The file, real load. Removing centipedes. How to kill centipedes that enter the human body. Mango Moon. 5 months ago, iodine solution works, but it is illegal. If anyone has any liquid iodine, I would like to buy some for a good price. Please contact me. Reply, Ulrich Hoffman. Ulrich Hoffman. 3 weeks ago, plus Mango Moon. Thank you for your reply. I've read up on iodine and it's also called local solution. How do you know it works on centipede in the human body? Why do you think it's illegal? You can buy it on eBay. Any answers would be greatly appreciated. I will try it anyway because 97% of all cancer patients are iodine deficient, and up to 95% of Americans are deficient. However, most of us are loaded with fluoride, a non-essential nutrient that is poisonous in small amounts. Thanks again for your great comment. I hope it works. Read more. Reply, Mango Moon. Mango Moon. 3 weeks ago, plus Ulrich Hoffman. It's illegal because it kills centipedes, or officially because it is used in the production of crystal methamphetamines. Thanks for the eBay tip. Reply, Ulrich Hoffman. Ulrich Hoffman. 6 days ago, plus Mango Moon. How do you know iodine works on centipedes? Do you know there is a centipede species that produces iodine? Are you sure it's not tapeworm or some other parasite the iodine is effective on? Reply, Mango Moon. Mango Moon. 5 days ago, plus Ulrich Hoffman. I'm quite sure. I remember. Those centipedes live in people, it's true, and they hate iodine? Reply, Ulrich Hoffman 3 days ago, plus Mango Moon. Was there someone you know that had them inside? I would like to know how you know iodine is effective in killing centipedes also, because there are other people that have written me they think they have centipedes inside their body. Taking iodine is good anyway whether you have them or not. Also I asked because there is a millipede type that produces iodine in its venom, so I am worried that it could make the problem worse. I have been taking Lugal solution now, about 12 drops daily, but to no avail yet. Any idea about dosages? My father's and my life may depend on iodine's effectiveness, and the doctors cannot even diagnose pseudoparasitism of myriapods, centipedes in humans, correctly. Even after showing them a centipede I cut in the UMC hospital and markings in my poop in the shape of the centipede, they misdiagnosed me with delusional parasitosis. I have to pretend there are no centipedes in my body, otherwise they start forcibly drugging me with chemical-less cancer-causing drugs for mental illness I do not have. If a patient shows a centipede or other insect the patient caught, it is clear it cannot be a delusion nor hallucination because the centipede is real. Several people's lives may depend on this, and I'll be forever grateful if iodine works, but I'd like to know everything you know about removing centipedes from the human body with iodine. Read more. Reply. Artur Sultisic 9 hours ago, plus Mango Moon. You can buy it in Poland for less than one without any prescription. Reply. Hide replies. Elite Dead 7. The buzzing.
So,
Make it stop. Reply. Gizzy one able.
that's interesting stuff. So I wonder why Mango Moon would write such a thing. Turn on screen sharing again. So this is supposed to be a picture of Mango Moon. And I wonder if it's a male or female. Could this be one of these robots of the NSA, CIA that responds that way? And why would they write it's illegal when you can buy it on eBay and everywhere, and it's not illegal in reality, iodine? I could check more about it, but to my knowledge it's not illegal. And so if that's not true, why would the person write that? And why can't the person answer my question about how does the person know that centipedes are killed by iodine? Which is this stuff. Google solution is just iodine. Oh, another thing is that they turn the volume down at crucial moments in the broadcast, but you can still hear what is said. It's done automatically, it's not done by me, and I think it's weird. And they're giving me lots of artificial fear at the moment, so my body is shaking, and then it becomes harder for people to say what they want to say. So I'm taking these 6 drops of iodine solution 2 times daily. Usually I try to make it 3 times. And of course I want to find a cure for these centipedes in the gastrointestinal tract in our bodies, in my father's body as well, and that's called pseudoparasitism of myriapods in men. That's why most people don't know centipedes can enter the human body, and even less people might know about the remotely controlled insects, how these Satanists of the NSA working for the Jesuits are torturing everybody and helping with their depopulation. But one point is that it's not clear whether Rockefeller or the Jesuits are doing this with the cancer HARP. It is clear that it was done with HARP and that these directed energy weapon torture attacks hurt a lot. and that they've shown me that they control these centipedes remotely with synthetictelepathy.com, so they don't need hybrid insects for that. They only have the hybrid insect program to cover up the remote control of humans and animals with synthetictelepathy.com. That's why they also have these stories in the mainstream media about phone taps, illegal phone taps and other phone taps. It's never about tapping your brain, but about your phone calls. It's as if that's so important. I think it's more important that they are brain controlling you, and the messages you hear are always from the beast, their neural network, quantum computers. And it's what they want you to hear. They're not really helping you or anybody. That's the illusion they want to create. So that's it. Of course, we have Cancer Harp weather again today. Let's see if the other camera can get it to work. I have to do something else first, apparently. But this was the main story. You can always rewind about certain parts in the broadcast. But it's clear that only Adolfo Nicholas and the Jesuits control the NSA. And of course, the bankers with trillions of dollars might also have a share in the control of the Cancer Harp. So it's not really a Nazi eugenics program. If it's done by Jewish people that pretend to be Satanists, you have the controlled opposition people, David Icke, Alex Jones, etc., pretending that they are satanic bloodlines or whatever. And perhaps they are. I mean, perhaps they're not pretending anything about it, only about shape-shifting reptilians and other bullshit they put in their stories to make you look insane if you repeat what they say, basically. So it is controlled opposition, and the people you can trust are, of course, those that expose controlled opposition. So you can Google that, COINTELPRO, controlled opposition, etc., to find out the truth, or watch my video about the 6 Jewish people that want to depopulate the earth to 500 million. Also the numbers on the Georgia Guidestones. I'm working on something else at the moment to show you some video of the sky. Okay. So now it should work. Still not working. The outside cam. So I can show you what is happening because I think they're blocking it. They're also blocking the screen share button. The trolls, and they let somebody honk the car horn outside, which is part of their stalking. These are satanic pedophiles that are sitting in their cancer cars all day, tyrannizing people with their car horn or whatever. Usually they use Muslims for that, I think. So they've disabled screen sharing. I want to show that I can select here in devices the USB 2.0 grabber, press save, and then it should switch to the camera. Usually that works, but now it doesn't work. But I wanted to show you that it's a foggy type of clouding, basically caused by the cancer chemtrails and Cancer Harp. So they do that deliberately, taking people's sunshine away, especially in the weekends and during festivities. Oh, they're also switching off my mic. Well then, Let's see if I can switch it back. No. Well then, I'll have to do another broadcast about this. Universal peace now.